So today we'll talk about 5 rules to practice for happy relationships. When it comes to relationship, there are many laws that govern them, and you must know that obeying these simple but significant rules can go a very long way, and disobeying them is a betrayal of war, pain, sadness, and eventually break up. Knowing the simple but significant rules can strengthen your relationship for as long as you both want it. 3 things you need to do for me now is to trust me, stick to those rules, and be consistent. You will not only control your emotional life, but also build a healthy relationship with your partner. Now, the first rule is be matured. Psychology has proven it that partners who appears to be matured before jumping into relationships tends to last longer at the face of any troubles. Being matured simply means ability to take things that does not affect you or that does not in a way serious with little importance. In relationships, there are some things that should not be counted. These things are very little, but more often than not, they are the cause of relationship distress, pain, misunderstanding, and casualties. These little sparks can generate into a strong wildfire that will in turn burn the whole beautiful and happy relationships in ashes. These things are very little, but in a relationship, love, your emotions are in charge, and emotions are overruled by random impulse. He does not call, you get opposite. Be matured. He texts you late. Be matured. Stop getting those things burning your head up. Second rule, be responsible. Responsible people are always taking charge of their expenses, charge of their speech, charge of their chats, charge of their emotions, charge of their relationships. Don't wait till she say hi before you wave hello. It is responsibility. Don't say he does not send me money often. Buy him something, and you leave him to his guilty mind. Take charge of every action in your relationships, even your conversation. Bring up an interesting topic. Be matured. More often than not, males are always expected to carry the conversation, introduce the topic, ask the question, and bring the conclusion. However, 99% of males love self-independent girls who can carry the relationships emotionally, socially, and even psychologically. 99% of guys love intelligent girls who can bring up a lively chat or conversation. Girls who can win their guys intellectually. I am not saying you should change yourself to fit into someone else's life. I am only reminding you that things are not born perfect. We are to make them perfect. Misunderstandings will occur because they are healthy features of a relationship. Now the third rule, overlook things so soon. Don't stick to a mistake or misunderstanding. Get over grudges as soon as you fall into them. The point is, it helps none of you. Grudges and misunderstanding brings faction. And since you shared emotional connection, faction will bring emotional constraint. Faction will bring blockage, and blockage will make both of you distressed. If you and your partner still love each other and still want the relationships to work, trust me, there is no topic worth causing pains. Let it go. It doesn't matter if you are right or wrong. What matters is your happiness. Now to the fourth rule. Do not walk away. Now, this is one of the greatest mistakes people in relationship makes. They walk away or request to walk away. They say, just let me be. I am tired of this. Can I leave? Or they just walk away. If there is misunderstanding, the best is not to walk away. Rather than walking away, take charge. Do not walk away. And if someone walk away on you, do not crave after them. Whether you are right or wrong, stay. And clear things. If you leave problem unresolved, they will germinate into a higher problem, and then it will be intense. To kill argument often, always remind each other you love each other. Now to the fifth rule: do not overdo. This happens when you are too confident in a relationship and you take your partner for granted. You take his love for assurance. You trust he will never move on without craving for you. You think she can't stand alone. You take him for little importance and regard his missed calls as nothing, and regard his feelings as though he cannot move on. Look, no one cannot move on. You need to realize this simple truth. If someone can exist before you, he can continue without you. Remember, misunderstandings are healthy features of a relationship. Always remember, grief is the price we pay for love. You cannot be willing to enjoy the happiness of love without passing through pain. Without those moments, your heart increases its beat and you feel like you are dying slowly. Without those moments of flimsy argument and emotional psychodrama. Without those awkward moments of cold conversations. Truth and justice are earthly. Say sorry even though you are right. You must understand it is your happiness that matters, not the fact or truth.